Order submitted. Order submitted. Order cancelled.
Okay, good afternoon, folks. Hope everyone is well. So we've had quite a bit of volume overnight, actually. So I'm just looking at this at the moment. We got a channel up with the break, a few attempts to go higher. So I'm just wondering where this is going, whether it's going up or whether it's going down. Karina, good morning to you. So we've had a channel up here with a break. We've made a few attempts. I did look at that triple test there, but there's not much room to the lows. So we've dropped out and we're making an attempt to push back in. So this could drop down, actually. We need a strong move up, really, if this is going to continue. But there is 2 legs back. But we are struggling, so might just have to. I think we're going to have to just sit this one out, I think. Unless we get a higher low. So, possible second entry short. Is this coming down? It may do. I got no idea whether this is going up or down at the moment. It could do either or. It's toss of a coin for me. Chances are now it's going to push up. Okay, there we go. Straight up to a new high. Perfect. So it did work. There's nothing there. I didn't want to take that one. I'd rather wait for the higher low, and we just didn't get one, really. We didn't get one on either of these charts. So it's just, there's not really much you can do there, unfortunately. So whether we've got this in a new high or whether we've got this in a new high, who knows? Okay, so let's wait and see what happens now. So are we going to continue up? There does look like a couple of legs, although the second leg hasn't come down as much. So a couple of legs back here and then maybe continuing on. It's hard to say. Looking at bookmap, there are orders right up to 25, so it could continue on up. And there are buy orders around here, so if I had to guess, around about 12. So if I had to guess, I think this is probably going to continue up. I'm guessing there's people going to be taking profits there, so I'd like to see a couple of legs back and then possibly a second entry long. We'll see. It's just going, isn't it? So 2 legs back. Maybe we have something like that. It's a possibility. It's a little bit early, I think, just to sort of jump into that, but we need a couple of legs down. I'd like to come back and retest the top of this, to be honest with you. Let's see how we react up here. So channel break, new high. Let's have a quick glance at the. Oh, I haven't got the 10,000 there. Okay, let's see if we can get this pulled back here. There are orders around 17, which is around about the midline. So we pushed right up and touched right at the top of that possible channel there. Orders around about the 16-ish, somewhere around about here. Was hoping for a second entry long off here. Still got orders down here. So it's a tough one really at the moment. We've had a channel up here with a break and a new high. Same here. Straight lines tattoo, how you doing, buddy? So you've got to be a bit careful here, really. This is played out now, this channel. So what's it going to do? It's not super clear. That channel's played out as well. Looking at the book map up here. Yeah, there are orders right up here, so my guess is it's probably going to continue up. So channel break, 2 pushes, new high. Exponential, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm not sure at the moment. I'm not sure about that. It is a possibility. You can see orders up at 30 up here. So I'm just going to remove that just for the minute and just put a couple of measured moves up there just to see if we get, because that's that I'd say is more what looks like to me. Impact news 20 minutes. Yeah. I should get a flash up here soon. Maybe something like that. Does look like a leg and a leg. Want a break of this really before we hit those highs. So I've got orders down here at 22, which is around about here. Not much lower. So if we can get a couple of legs down here, we may get a way up. There's obviously a possibility of something wider there, which is possible. So if we can get a couple of legs, there's a bunch of possibilities. That's the problem. So there's orders down here, right the way around this area. So if we can get a second entry long, we may get an option. Took the lower high off the triple test for 3 points. You took that lower high there, did you? Yeah. Oh, earlier. Somewhere around here, did you? Oh, in here. Yeah, I actually looked at this, to be honest with you. There. But I left it in the end. It was getting too close to the open. I think it would have worked. Yeah, it went down for five and a bit points. So I considered it. Trouble is, you're going short right into the middle here, and there's not much room to the lows. There's nothing really bullish here to trap, which is kind of why. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, you said lower high. I was thinking higher low. That's why I was looking at. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, you got the triple test and the lower high or whatever you want to call that. But yeah, I ummed and ahed about it. I'm just a bit of a coward at the moment. I got to stop doing that. So maybe a little micro. If we can get another leg down here and get something, then maybe a way up. But there are strong orders at 30. So if we can get a second entry long here, trouble is, I think it's one of those things you could do something like that, but trouble is, it's not always that clear, and that's the problem. You've got to make a decision based on something that's not clear. There's a doji, a bar, and a doji with a break and a new low. There is a bar up there. It's just something about here. Now, it's probably going to push up, but I'm just not super convinced at the moment. Because you could go like that, and it may trigger you and come down. So it's just not clear, and there is news coming up. Mind you, granted, the news is in about 15 minutes. So it's one of those ones you either take or you don't. And it's typical. You do nothing, it works. You get in there, it triggers you, comes down, makes a new low from this micro. So I don't know. I just don't know. It's getting very close to these highs. If traders are buying, here for a second leg up, they may be thinking about taking profits here. So sometimes it usually slows down here. And for me, it's probably why we had that little pullback. It's getting very close to the tops. So do you wait till it hits the top to take profits, or do you take it a bit earlier? I would tend to take it earlier. You could argue it's just, well, I mean, by the count, it's a second entry long, but it's also a little channel. So what do you do? You've just got to make your own decisions. You have to make your own decisions because ultimately you're the ones risking the money. It doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks or what anybody else does. But straight away, I'm seeing that come down. And if this is a micro, we've got a break from it. We may come down and have a new low, in which case, if you get in there, you may get stopped out. It hasn't gone up there very far. So if you go a tick above it, you'd have got a 0.5 at a squeeze, maybe a touch more. If you got in there, you'd have got 0.75. But look, all of a sudden. So for me, it was the right decision to make to stay out of this. Now, that's not going to come down there and not stop out that. My opinion. It's easy prey, that. Like I say, it's in there. If it drops below, there's always a possibility it may not. But as it's just touched that EMA and pushed up, if it pushes through and then rejects, for me, it's a lot stronger. But it hasn't. It hasn't pushed through that EMA enough for it to reject. So for me, it's got to break below there. There we go. So now we've got two legs back. So if we get a strong move now, that may be an option.
Order submitted.
Let's have a look. I don't really think it matters which one I take, really. But it's got to finish bullish for me. They're more or less identical, to be honest with you. But it's got to close bullish above that EMA for me. And that's not good enough, unfortunately.
Order cancelled.
On neither of my charts, which is a shame. Trouble is, you may argue we got a little double top here, but just thinking, is there any liquidity down here to pick up? Not much. There's that. What do? There are orders just about down here at 20, which is kind of a round number, so who knows? The only other bit of liquidity that I think that's worthwhile is that. Possibly there, but is it could have a channel here with a break, a new high, two legs. We could be on our way down. That's the trouble. It's just hard to know. Get the directions the key, and it's usually the hardest part to do. So I can't see this being a channel from here. The only chance really of this being a channel is here. So I can't, if it gets above that EMA strong, then for me it's likely to push up. But who knows? So it's broke below there. The next bit of liquidity is there. But you may argue there's a bit of support across there. So, okay, so it's pushed below there, had a good strong move below there. As we pushed up and pulled back, I dare say there were some stops there pushing high, and when it broke below there, we had that quick drop. But look at it now. This looks like it's reversing to me. So are we just ranging at the moment? So I reckon there was a few traders took that. So it just looks like two legs to me. We've got very close to the overnight highs, and this thing looks like it's just reversed. So there it is. Support along there, as you can see. So if we can get a couple of legs up, it may just push below this. If we can get a couple of legs up, it may come down. So there's a higher low there. So if we can push up, get a couple of legs up, we've got liquidity to break below if this thing comes down. Nice channel, I like it. Nice and clear. So if we can get two legs up, we may get way down. There is support across there, which does concern me a little bit. I like to break below that bearish bar before we push any higher. There's big orders down between 2 and 5 down here, so if we can get a second entry short. News in 8 minutes as well. Bloody typical. Need another leg up here. Trouble is getting very close to that news now. 6.5 minutes away. That's what we need. Another leg up. Oh, that'll have been lovely as well. A little bit push a bit higher. Push above this and then have a bearish bar. That would have been lovely. So we still got 6 minutes left. Should get my little warning pop up now for 5 minutes. There we go. See, there's a chunk of orders, chunk of sell orders right at 15 there. So I'd like to see this pick those orders up and come down, but it's not. See, it depends how you look at this. You could always go like that, like we've already had a break. But I don't think that's sufficient enough, to be honest with you. So I'm leaving it like that just at the moment. Got news coming up in just over 3 minutes. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break. I won't be a second. Okay, news, 2 minutes. Okay, all these, as you can see, orders are starting to fall away now. Will they stay there or will they drop? They're quite strong. They may stay there, but I think a lot of them will get yanked just in case. So, looks like a channel with a break, 2 pushes to a new high and a move down. So my guess is this is probably, obviously news dependent, going to continue down, I'd say. Can't see being any type of a channel up. If there is, we've already had a break of it, which tells me it's, we'll see. News may change things anyway. So news is in just over half a minute. Still a lot of buy orders, around 2 to 5 below here. So my guess is it's probably going to come down. Those orders are still there. Whether they'll disappear, Okay, there's the news. So nothing too glamorous. Orders are still down there. So if we can get a bit of a break, second entry short, we may get an option. I mean, there is always the possibility that we have got a channel here and this is pushing up for a new high. It's certainly possible. But if we got this channel down, you'd expect to possibly there. But it's just so hard sometimes. There's some support along there, so it's just so hard, isn't it? Sometimes it's just not super clear. So we've got a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. This could come down, which is a bearish pattern. See if we can get a second entry short here. I don't think that is a channel, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So news didn't really do anything, so that's all finished now, so at least we can focus on the job in hand. Have we ticked above there? We haven't. Now we have. So we did bounce off a bit of support there and came down and bounced again and pushed up. So it's hard to tell. We could push up and have a bounce. We could make 2 attempts to push up and then find a way back down. It's hard to say at the moment, but it does look like it's favouring the upside at the moment. was a possibility of having a larger channel. It's hard to know at the moment. I mean, I think that's probably a bit too extravagant at the moment, but just never know. Could be a channel like that with a break, new high. Two legs up. Yeah, just looking at some different charts here. They're more or less got the same. That's how I had it, and that's how it could be. So if it's that, we've got two legs. This could potentially come down. If it's that, may come down, test this. So it's hard to know at the moment. But we got a break up there and a really big bearish bar. So it's a tough one, that. It's not super clear. Are we going up? Are we coming down? So what I'm going to do is on this chart, let's larger one. Where we got the best of both worlds. I like the fact that we've pushed up, we've gone sideways, we've connected, and we've pushed up again. We've dropped straight out, and then we've pushed straight up strong. So Not easy, is it? Could be a triple test. Breakout, pull back, trap some shorts, push up. I've got no idea really at the moment. We've had what? It's not easy, is it? There's always a possibility we get two legs. So we could have this in a break, or we could have a larger channel. If this is a break, it could potentially come down. If we're still in the channel, it could continue up. So you could argue there's a triple test. I wouldn't take that because it could be a breakout, pull back, trap some shorts and push a bit higher. So it's probably going to break above there, but does that mean it's going to continue much higher? I wouldn't want to take a long there anyway. We're taking it close to the tops. We're in that top section, so I'm just a bit unclear about what's going on. So all of a sudden now we've got a little possible double top, and it could come down and stop that out. It's hard to say at the moment, which is why I've left that now. A little kind of rangy, then we are breakout, push back in, we break above, pull back, bearish bar, trap some shorts, push up. And then it takes heat most of the way back. It looks like if it gets above here, it might find it a bit easier. But it took quite a bit of heat, that, didn't it? So I'm just not super clear at the moment. It's just, for me, it's just there's nothing you can really do. It's too far for the EMA anyway, and there's no guarantee it's going to continue on up. Now we've pushed up above this, and it's just going nowhere at the moment. So for me, it's losing a bit of momentum. There are orders at 25, which is up here. It's just losing a bit of momentum for me. It's triggered that bar. It's pushed up enough to take that short out. And now we're left with a tick off a doji. Okay, there's the measured leg. In fact, come down a touch. So it's a perfect measured leg. See where this goes now. It's just losing a bit of upwards momentum for my liking. Yeah, there are orders at just above about 24 and 25. So is it going to get up? It's hard to say. It's certainly struggling a little bit at the moment. I don't quite know why it's struggling there. We've got above any possible short stops that may be in there. but we have made that measured leg and we've touched it twice, so there's quite likely going to be profit taken here, I would have suggested, but which is why it might be going a bit sideways. We'll see. It may get up there. There are orders at Bookmap. There are orders up here, so it may still pull up towards those. You can see them at 24, 25. We're not far away now, so as we know, price moves towards liquidity. So without the absence of a load of sell orders, aggressive sell orders, it may just continue up. But really, seeing passive orders up there is only part of the picture. You never quite know what aggressive sellers that may just come in. There is a few more aggressive sellers and buyers at the moment. We're clearly going sideways here, so there's a little bit of a battle on here. It's clearly a measured leg, and it's respecting that a little bit. It's kind of an even amount here. You see there's a few more buyers pulling in here. Clearly going a bit sideways. Okay, we're up. There's orders up here at 30, so I think it's likely going to test this area here, I think. So we've had the move up, we've had two legs. So it may just be ranging at the moment. And this, we've pushed in and we've bounced 3 times along here and we've pushed up. So it does look like we're ranging a bit. So if there is a channel here, there may be a bit of an overshoot there. So we may get a move down. So you can see some resistance there. So there is a bigger channel. There looks like an overshoot. So Dan's got that at the moment. He's literally just posted that. So he's got the same thing as me there, 2 pushes, but he's also got this as well. I think I initially tried that. Decided against it. I had it on here, I think, didn't I? That's one of the things I looked at. which means we've got to break a new high. So it's pushed up there anyway. So whether it's either way, it's hard to say. But if it's a bigger channel, we've now made a new high. If this is a channel, we've now got an overshoot. So we're testing this level. If we get a lower high, I don't think it would be a bad option to go short. But you've got to be careful with the overnight highs there. It may just push up, take that out. There is still orders up at 32 and a bit higher, so this thing could still push a bit higher. Sam Smith, sorry, bud, I never saw you there. Good thank you. I don't really. Moves a bit too quick for me. I like this. It's a little bit slower. Little Hammer, how you doing, buddy? This is a little bit slower. This is, so I prefer this chart I do than the NQ. So there is a lower high there. Trouble is, there's a micro with a break and a new lower early. Speedy, how you doing, bud? Ben, how you doing, mate? So is this going to come to the EMA? Possibly. There's a big bull bar there. It's crossed over. You're welcome, mate. You're the real Sam Smith. Although he's changed a bit lately, isn't he? The singer Sam Smith. So channel, maybe a break. There is a lower high here, but the trouble is it's more of a doji. Is this going to get back to the EMA? I'd say it probably will. I'm just not super sure at the moment. You're him. Nice to know he's just not relying on singing. So there's a second entry long there. Let's see if we get a possible failure. I don't think so. This is pushing up quite strong. There is a failure there. Trouble is, it's just hard to say at the moment. We've pushed up, hit that line, come back. It could be a double trap here. It could come down, break below there, get to the EMA, but you've got to be a bit careful here. So I'm just leaving both of these. It's triggered that, and all of a sudden it's pushing up. So it could do either or. It could come down to that EMA, trigger that or not. But it is a break. I wouldn't have taken a long there, to be fair. It's way too far from that EMA. Depends how strong it is. There are orders up here. There are orders at 30 and 31 and 32 and a half, which is above here. So it, you know what I mean? If you'd have taken a short there or a failure there, you'd have been glad you waited out there, because I'll be surprised if it doesn't push above there. But then it could trigger the bull bar, make a little double top there and pull down. But I'll be surprised if it doesn't trigger that and not at least push up, stop it out. It has, and break above there as well. I think it has done that as well. So that's kind of what I expected by a tick. So we've got a break, new high. Depends how you look at this. So I'd want a triple test before I decided to go short there. So at the moment, we've just seen Mac's chart. So he's got, just get rid of that. He's got the larger channel like that with the break, and he's got this as well. Trouble is, we've got an overshoot here now. So let me just bring in his chart here. So he's got the larger channel. That's fair enough. He's got the break here and the push up with a new high. Now, then, let me think. He's got a bearish bar here. So there's the big bar there. So we've got a clear overshoot here. So sometimes an overshoot will come back, push up, make a new high, and drop like a stone. We haven't. So you may argue 1, 2, 3. You may say this is a triple test. But we're very close to overnight highs, so it's hard to say. If I look at Bookmap, there are still a few orders sat just above price there. Where's that? That's about maybe 33, a little bit higher. There are a few more up here as well, so it may just take out that overnight highs. It's about 3, I think, that. So we're a point and a bit away from it yet. Whether it will hit them, I don't know, but it's okay having that. But if we get a massive load of sell orders coming now, aggressive sell orders, it may not get to there. But my guess is as it's working up, it probably will. So there's orders at 30. There was some orders at 30, which may come in now. Okay, some of these are getting yanked. Some are dropping back in. So I don't know. I'm sitting tight anyway at the moment. It's a bit too risky taking that. You may argue it's a triple test, but at the moment, I just want to give this some space. Excuse me for just a sec. One, two, three. You may argue that's a triple test. Very tempting. It's not huge. It's only 6 ticks. I'm just sitting tight at the moment. There are still orders just above here. Can't take nothing just at the moment. It's clearly stacking up. It could go either or. It could absolutely drop, which it may, or it could do the complete opposite. My guess, I have a feeling now this may just drop. But then there could be two legs back and it may push a bit higher. I don't know. I'm a bit on the fence here. But we have bounced up here 3 times. We've made like a couple of legs, haven't we? There's a failure there. Very tempting, that. Bar's no good anyway. Okay, there is a few orders up here. Let's see what happens. Okay, overnight highs about to be broken, I'm guessing. Did we? Yes, we did. Okay, so we broke the overnight highs. So that's why I was very tempted to take that that triple test there, but this looked like it was a couple of legs to me. I don't think you'd have got that much on that triple test. So you got on a tick below there, you'd have got 0.5 of a stretch. Wouldn't have worked for me. Now, are we going to test yesterday's highs? So okay, there's a lot of orders up here, so I'm going to put that there. Get a couple of bounces back here to push up. It may continue on up. So we broke above here. Let's see what happens here. This thing could come careering down now. It's so hard to say. You could say 1, 2, 3 triple test. Tempting. Bar's no good, unfortunately. Kirk, how you doing, buddy? Start going. Moving our asses. So, channel break. Looking for a new low and then maybe some sort of reaction. Is this going to push higher? It's hard to tell. We've broken above the overnight highs. Could be a shoulder, head, shoulder, in which case we could get a bearish pattern, or it could push up. It's so hard to say at the moment. This is just stacked up. I'd like to drop below here and pick off maybe some liquidity. And if we can do that, then maybe then get some sort of reaction. But there is liquidity there. It's kind of a second entry long and a couple of legs up. So I'd like it to break below there. Extended on the 5 minutes. Yeah. Quite a strong move up there. Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? I'm just not ready to go long just at the moment. It may work, but we could have a shoulder, head, shoulder. Channel down to attempts to push higher. I mean, that's not what you want to... When you get into a trade like that, that's not what you want to see. I'd like it to break below this line for me. So channel down, a couple of attempts to push higher, and then maybe come down. But it depends. If it starts to hold along this line, got a touch. That bull bar is sat on top of that line. It doesn't mean it won't drop out. We could have a leg and a leg out. It could push up. But at the moment, it's just a bit stacked up. It's hard to know what it's going to do. I wouldn't have wanted to take that long anyway, to be fair. It's a bit too early, and it's right in the middle of here. It may work, it may not. Who knows? But with so much, well, with some liquidity down here, I would prefer this quick push down before we come back in. So what I will say is if I look at Bookmap, I can see some strong buyers there at 26, which is here. So I'd like to see this push down before below these areas of liquidity, and then see some sort of reaction to push up. There's a lot of orders there. It's quite a large amount of orders there. So I'd like to see this drop down to around about 26. Now, whether it will or not is a different matter. It may just take off from here, but if there's a load of buyers there, that's there. And if we can drop below this and clear some of that liquidity, it may well hit them orders and push up. So all of a sudden now, that bar there is starting to look a little bit scary, isn't it? I'd like to see a quick flush down. So channel, 2 attempts to push up and a quick flush down. There's no guarantees, but I have a sneaking feeling if we can get below there, then we'll get below there. Trouble is, when we're struggling to get up and it's going more sideways, often the slower it goes up, the quicker it comes down. Laufey, how you doing, buddy? Leave our trick with 2 account opposite orders. Yeah, OCO it's called. If you just right click here, actually you got to do it here. Right click here, OCO, or if you click that, you can put an order above and order below it. If it hits one, it cancels the other and vice versa. I used to do it on the news. Not been working as well lately on the news, to be fair, so I haven't bothered with it for a while. Yeah, well, we had some news earlier, but it did nothing. Things like CPI is a good thing to do. It usually CPI has a habit of moving quite swiftly. And if the evaluations are cheap enough, then I don't mind having a quick punt on that. So what is going on at the moment is just stacking up here. So if you look at this as the lows here, from up here, there's a second entry short there with possibly a lower high here. It's hard to say. It could do anything. But if there was ever a pattern, shoulder, head, shoulder, that's it. I think this is going to flush down quickly below there, but it may not. Who knows? You don't really know. You never quite know. But what I will say at the moment is it's just chopping. So it's just a no. It's a no trade zone for me. So there you go. We're moving up. Who knows? Who knew? Might have a shorter day today. I feel a bit rough today. My stomach's killing me. I had my gallbladder out 2 days ago, so it's just so sore today. So second entry short, is this coming down? Who knows? Who knows? I wouldn't have taken that. I wouldn't have taken anything here at the moment, so it may just flush down or it may trigger the short and push up. Who knows? So second entry short. I wouldn't take a short at the moment because generally, with the exception of this, price is generally up. Trouble is, I have a feeling this thing's coming down, at least down to this level. It's just struggling to get up. So we may have something along those lines. I don't, to be honest with you. One minute I think this, next minute I think that, but we're clearly going sideways with a slight air of upness, if for want of a better word. With a slight bullish imbalance. Okay, quite likely going to break above that bear bar there. We are slowly doing that, but it just doesn't look strong enough for me. There are sell orders just above here as well, so we could have a second leg down. Which is why I wouldn't want to get in along here, because this thing is likely to flush down. I think it will. I'm certainly suspicious enough to stay out of anything here. There's nothing strong here, bull bar wise, not on my chart anyway. That's not strong. Okay, so broke above that bear bar. I kind of expected that to get stopped out. Now, where are we going? Okay, folks, I'm done for the day. I feel rotten today. As I say, I had my gallbladder out a couple of days ago, so I am super sore today and feeling it. So I'm going to finish now, I think, for the day. So my apologies that it's a short day. So I'm going to leave you folks to it. So have a good day. I hope you get a setup. Thanks, Sam. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be feeling a bit better. I'm going to go and drug myself up, see if I can't sting. But leaning forward here, my stomach is so sore. So I'll leave you guys to it. Have a safe evening, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Bye for now.